Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and we are about to predict the UEFA Champions League's first leg of the round of 16. And whenever we talk about UEFA Champions League, it is always exciting and it's always thrilling to be back. Of course, we're now out of the group stage, and from now on, the knockout stages is gonna begin from from this Wednesday, I think. Yep,
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yep, from this Tuesday. And knockout stages has always been very exciting because now, there is no second opportunity. Two games, you should get the job done by those two games. And the new thing about this season's knockout stage is that there is no away goals rule. Now, for so many teams, the away goals rule has been really, really beneficial. But for some, it has been kind of like, what do we say? They've been unlucky because of that as well. And in my case, as a fan, away goals have played a very, very big role, because the past two seasons, well, when I was supporting Juventus while Ronaldo was there, they were out from the UEFA Champions League because of away goals. And I also remember the 2013-14 Champions League 2, Real Madrid were out because of away goals rule again against Dortmund, right? That that They came back in the second game, even though Dortmund won 4-1 in the first one. So away goals for me, I've never been a fan of away goals. I don't know about Fido.
Um, I didn't mind it because I was so used to the rules, so
Mm,
I was okay with it. Even though it wasn't necessarily a fair way to like determine who wins or who doesn't win.
true.
Uh,
That's exactly.
I was so used to the format, so I actually kind of liked it. But then now thinking about it, like it should be, you play two games against each other. Whoever scores the most goals wins.
Wins, yes.
If if both games end up, or if one game ends up 1-1 and the other game ends up 2-2, or something, or you know what I mean, like it
Yeah,
or something like that. It shouldn't be like determined who scores the more goals outside your city.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, thinking logically, yes, it's more exciting now. Like I guess it's gonna go to penalties, right? If they
Penalties,
both
yes,
like
exactly.
like extra time and penalties. So
Yeah,
I mean, that's how it should be. I think if you're determining who should win between the two games.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be a big change for sure because we're so used to the whole away rule
Away
formats.
rule,
We
yeah.
always think like, oh, they score two goals now, they have to score one more. Like you know what I mean, like that. But
Mm,
now it's just you win and you're in, right? Like you
yeah,
win both, you're fine. So it's pretty simple now. No more like calculating and all that stuff. I don't
yeah.
mind
And
it.
I think it was very beneficial for the low tier teams, right? Like
Yeah,
how it was so beneficial for Porto last season when they beat Juventus,
yeah,
because they're a team that is not in that caliber. They're not, people don't expect that much from them to beat Juventus. But because of the away goal rule, it was so beneficial for them that they moved on to another stage. So yes, it's kind of both. It has its own positive side and as well as its negative side. But anyways, let's move on with our predictions. And the first match that I'm going to start off with is a huge game between Paris Saint Germain and Real Madrid.
that's gonna be
Yeah,
a hell of a game because Madrid's playing really well right now. I think
true.
they're first in La Liga. They've got great players, obviously. Benzema, Vinicius Junior. They got Hazard. They got Modric, and they also got Kamavic. It's a good, great team. They're on fire right now. But yeah, PSG's PSG. Even though there might not be, like, oh my gosh, Messi's not scoring the goals or whatnot.
Yeah, they're always a threat
Yeah,
when you have
it's all
that front line, right? Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. And you've got backup
they're
Di
they're probably
Maria,
favorites to win. They're
Wijnaldum.
probably favorites to, yeah, they're probably favorites to win the whole damn
Yes.
like tournament. They should be, at least with Messi and
Yeah.
that front three there. So
Yeah. Um. So, like, just like you said, I agree to your point that for me, I think this is the best Real Madrid team I've seen since the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, that happened last 4 years back, 2018. Since 2018, Real Madrid were lacking a little bit of something. I think uh, the goals, even goals, I think even Karim Benzema, even though he was scoring so much, Karim Benzema always had Ronaldo by his side, who would score even more, right? So now I can see Vinicius Junior becoming better and better every day. So it's not just the team is not only dependent upon Karim Benzema for the goals, right? There are a lot of players that are there as backup. So, and yes, I also told you about Karim Benzema being a little bit doubtful for this game this time. He might not be 100% fit for this first leg. Let's see what happens. It'll surely be a very vital absence for Real Madrid if he doesn't play, right?
Mhm.
Uh, but yes, I will move on with my prediction, and I think it'll be a tie 1-1 for the first leg, and I think Vinicius Junior is going to score a goal.
Yeah, I went with a 2-1 PSG victory. It's
Mhm.
gonna be a fantastic game, but I think Mbappe is gonna does enough to score the game winner against his future team.
Okay.
So yeah, I think PSG will sneak this one out. Now I don't know if Madrid could cause an upset in second leg. Like they could
Mhm.
win, like they could beat PSG. This is a very hard opponent for PSG right away to start their the Champions League tournament. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say PSG wins this one 2-1, but the second leg might be a different story.
Hmm. You're glad that it's not Man United, right?
Yeah, I mean at this point, you know,
Thank God they
I,
made that mistake
as
in the draw.
weird as it sounds, I feel more comfortable with Man U playing good teams because
Mhm.
we play so bad against bad teams. You know what I mean? I feel like it might be a luck, might be a different luck. But anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah, for sure, escaping those
Yeah.
two teams is a big deal.
Yeah. Okay. So that was it for Man's PSG and Real Madrid. I think that is one hell of a game to watch. Let's move on to our second game, that is between Sporting Lisbon and Man City. Now, Man City, I think, according to all those big teams in this round of 16, they're facing an easy opponent. Yeah, but of course, never underestimate the this part of the Champions League can always be very unexpected, and we might never know what happens. But Man City has been so dominant um, over this entire season. I didn't expect them to be this dominant this time, but well, they proved they, they proved me wrong every time. So I think Man City will win this game, even though Sporting Lisbon is playing at home. Sporting Lisbon will suffer a 3-1 defeat to Man City, and I can see Phil Foden scoring a brace here.
I have a similar outcome. It's gonna be 3-0 for Man City. So I think it's an easy win for Pep and the boys. I see Sterling and Mahrez scoring the goals here.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a 3-0 win.
Yeah, but of course we would love to see Sporting Lisbon win this.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah.
Another big game in the Champions League: Inter Milan versus Liverpool. Now, Inter Milan, they are one of the best team. Okay. They are one of the best team in Italy. Even after Antonio Conte's departure, I think they've played really really well. They've been top at the Serie A, but of course they're facing a similar side, and Liverpool, you know, they are just amazing even without their star players. That is the one thing that I found really really amazing about Liverpool. I don't know if it's the coaching of it's the philosophy of Jurgen Klopp. Their team, they really know how to play, right? They really know how to play according to the system. So I think this will be a very very good game, and a tight game. So I think Liverpool will win this eventually, even though it's at Inter Milan's home, but barely by a 1-0 victory. And I can see Sadio Mane scoring a goal. I don't know if he will
Yeah.
play or not, though.
I think when Sal's already back playing, so he should be
Oh,
he
okay,
should be
yeah.
I mean he's back now. He hasn't I don't think he played today because Jota scored both goals, but
Mm,
he was practicing, so I think he's back.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean like for Inter Milan, like Alexis Sanchez has been on fire this year actually in
True.
2022. He's been playing really well. But yeah, like you said, Liverpool, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, not like a 1-0 win that you're saying. I think it's gonna be 3-2.
Mm,
for Liverpool, and I see someone like Trent scoring the game winner here.
okay. Yep. This is probably one of the most exciting games.
Yeah, sure. I
Um,
think it's gonna be high scoring game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Moving on with Bayern Munich versus Salzburg. Now, Fidel, we were making fun of Red Bull Salzburg when we did our group stage prediction, if you remember it or not. You know, we were saying that Salzburg might, um, you know, end up fourth and all those stuffs. We were making fun of them. But look where they are. They're at the round of 16 stage, totally unexpected. And they're facing Bayern Munich. And now for me, when I say that name, Bayern Munich, that's just game over, right? Robert Lewandowski and all these players, they are so damn good. Um, I can expect nothing more than a 3-0 dominant victory over Salzburg. And I think even in the second leg, we're gonna see the same end result.
Yeah, I have the same score here. I have 3-0 as well. I have Lewandowski scoring 2 goals, and maybe someone like Leroy Sané scoring the other. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty comfortable win. 3-0 is my prediction as well.
Okay. Okay, so this was the round of 16 first legs match day one. Now let's move to match day two. First game, Villarreal and Juventus. Now talking about Juventus, they have strengthened their squad, I think, in a perfect way. Zakaria and Vlahovic scored right in their debut, in that 2-0 victory over, I don't know, Hellas Verona or somebody. Um, so yeah, I think they've been great transfers so far for Juventus. Vlahovic also scored the winning goal yesterday in their Coppa Italia game as they progress towards the semifinal. But I don't know why, looking at how hard it was for Man United to beat Villarreal, Villarreal seemed like a good team. Unai Emery has been doing one hell of a job at Villarreal, winning the Europa League last year too. I think it'll be a tough game for Juventus. It won't go as expected for them. And this first leg, I'm expecting a 0-0 game.
Wow, that's interesting. No, I see it now with Vlahovic, like you said, on the team. I think McKennie's playing really well now too in that team with Zakaria in the midfield there. And as tough as Villarreal was, I mean, but the thing is, like, Manchester United makes any team look tough. Like the last time they won by a big score, I can't even remember. So I'm gonna say
Oh
it's
man,
gonna
that's your
be.
team,
Yeah,
man.
I know, but I'm being honest, right? And
Yeah.
also, Dybala has really found his scoring touch as well. He's been scoring a lot lately as well. I think Juventus can make some real noise here. I think they're gonna. I think Dybala will score. And then they should win this 3-1 Juventus.
Juventus 3-1. Okay, interesting. Moving on with Chelsea versus Lille. Now, Chelsea, of course, walking in the season as the European champions, winning the Champions League last year. They would love nothing but to repeat that same glory this time, this season too. And I think Lily is a perfect choice. A perfect draw for them, to progress easily to the next stage. I think Chelsea will win this game 2-0. And I think Romelu Lukaku is coming back in his form. He just scored in the Club World Cup as well. I think Lukaku will get a goal over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a closer game than we think. I'm gonna say 1-0 for Chelsea,
Mhm.
and someone like Mason Mount scoring the goal to decide the game here. It should be a pretty comfortable victory, but I just feel like you said, once you get into the knockout competition, people, it's a more serious game. And Chelsea have been like they've been pretty good, but
Sorry, keep going.
uh, yeah, I mean Chelsea's. I mean they haven't been scoring a lot of goals, like beating teams like we expect them to. Like, but before when the season started, they were like on fire.
True.
Lately, it's been like, oh, they just won by a goal, or they've
Mm.
been lucky, they've been drawing. So I think it's gonna be still a 1-0 win for Chelsea here.
Okay. Now Atletico Madrid versus Manchester United. Now this is a huge game for both teams, and I think this is more of a battle for I'll call this the battle between Diego Simeone and Cristiano Ronaldo. As Diego Simeone tries to organize his team well in order to stop Ronaldo, whereas Ronaldo keeps going on scoring against Atletico Madrid, his amazing record that has been there in the UEFA Champions League, and while he played in Real Madrid in La Liga too, he always like I don't think so. I remember a game where he hasn't scored against Atletico Madrid, and of course Griezmann is back too, so we can also say Griezmann versus Ronaldo, but I'll see it more of like Simeone versus Ronaldo. But looking at the form Man United is in, I have to say that I worry a little. I don't think it's going to be as easy as it was. I mean, it wasn't that easy either, right?
Mhm.
Um, when he scored that hat trick for Juventus, that was coming up after a 2-0 defeat to Atletico in the first leg. Can we expect the same thing? Maybe, maybe not. But in the first leg, I think Atletico will win the game by 1-0.
Oh wow. Okay. I think Manchester United are gonna win 2-0.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Ronaldo's gonna score, obviously, and maybe someone like maybe Bruno. Um, yeah, maybe Bruno. So I'm gonna go with the 2-0 win here. With the Portuguese players taking over and providing the win for us. I know it could very well be a tie. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the 2-0 win. I mean, Manchester United have been playing like really well the last two games. They just can't finish. That's the problem. Like they should
Yeah.
have scored 5 goals last like each game. The last two games they should have scored at least 5-6 goals. So
Mhm.
if they do a little bit of training on that on the practice, like in the practice ground, they just work on that finish. I think yeah, I think Ronaldo will do what he does usually against Atletico, and it'll be a 2-0 win.
Okay. This will be one hell of a game to watch. And of course, when Ronaldo is there, it's not only the first leg, the second leg is always important as well. So let's see what happens. Um, but let's move towards our last game for the first leg of the round of 16, and that is between Ajax and Benfica. Now, both these teams have been dominant in their own league, and as well as in the even in the UEFA Champions League. Benfica is probably the team that knocked out Barcelona, so that is huge. Whereas Ajax, probably the best team that was there in the group stage, right? Haller has already scored how much 10 goals, I think. Um, he equaled the record of Ronaldo's, the player to score the most in the group stage of the UEFA Champions League history. So I think both these teams are very good in their own way, and I cannot see a winner over here in the first leg. I think this will be a tight battle, and it will be a tie. So I'll say Benfica 2, Ajax 2, with Haller scoring another goal again.
Yeah, I don't see it as a tie. I see it. I think like Ajax usually has that magic in Champions League. I feel like they went to almost to the finals when they lost to Tottenham there. But I feel like they're well coached, obviously. With like Eric Ten Hag, who's might be a Manchester United coach in the future. We don't know, as the rumors, but I think yeah, I mean I like Ajax. They play really well. I feel like when it comes to like round of 16, round of 32,
Mm,
So I'm gonna go with like a 2-1 win for Ajax here. Someone like maybe Dusan Tadic scoring goal, maybe someone like that. So 2-1 win.
okay, fair enough. We have predicted our Champions League round of 16 match day 1 and 2's predictions for the first leg. We will be predicting the second leg too, but not yet. Let's see what happens in the first leg. Of course, Champions League is back, and we all are excited to see what happens. So till then, keep subscribing, keep liking, and keep sharing our channel.